understand what's really happening here. And maybe this will help you to understand. Sometimes it can be hollow when you see technique, but maybe see some emotion. It might feel, oh, okay, I get what does it feel. So here, aha. What? Oh! Oh! No way, no way. Oh. You see? One more time. That's good. You see how you're choking me. I mean, you're taking away my opportunity because you got me, I can't use my technique, and that's the secret of this kata. To deny your opponent their skill, which very well may be better than yours. How do you defeat someone better than you? You don't give them a chance to use their better skills. Do you agree? And in this way, you could be lesser skilled and still be victorious. Okay? All right? So again, here. Every time. That's the cadence. Okay? So just doing some hollow stepping. Understand what's really happening here. One. Oh. You get it every time. Continue. All right, thanks, Chris. That helped a little bit? Damn it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I was attacking you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a few more and then maybe we'll let Ryan check back in.
Boom. One more. That's good, right?
One more.
Which one do you want to do, Ryan? Or actually, Brian, Chris.
Okay, now this one. You want to attack you?
Oh, you're right. You're right. All right. Back. That's it. Yeah. No. Gotta keep your hand. He's gonna touch you because you can put this out there. Present that to him. Put your arms out there. Stop him. Now you're gonna stab. Now come back. Now you're gonna stab his ass to force him to step back. Then when he does, he brings his sword down. He starts to bring it down, turn and cut. Boom. Perfect. So make sure, I'll show you one thing. If you cut it here, this part here. Watch out. Here. You see that again? So it's not just taking this here. I want to take it away from you. You see that? It's hard to control that, right? So you want to use your weight.
Sorry, John.
Just like that. Keep the pressure. Just like that. Now step. That's when you step back. Come back. Keep that pressure. When Chris attacks here, watch here. Keep it tight and bring his hand to the waist, just like this. But don't go too far. Remember, you're stabbing him here. Pressure. Notice the path of Chris's sword at the end. The path of his sword isn't here where you can use it. I'm really pushing it behind him. Make sure you're getting that part. Keep that pressure. You're good. Stay there. Now you're going to step back. When you stab. Now he brings it down. You've already cut it. You should never get a sword past here.
You want to jump in?
Hey everyone, this is John from RVA Katana, and we are going to open up a little early today, maybe 10-15ish or so. So we got a few, maybe 15-20 minutes of Scott's class. We're going to transform this entire space into a training space, into a sword shop with about 600 different types of swords. But right now, here we are.
So everybody stop for a second. So I want you to focus just on doing the skills. The timing part comes later. Wouldn't you agree distance, timing, speed, power are useless without form to guide it? Now ultimately we will have formlessness, but I don't want you to focus on too much too soon. It's a lot of content. So just focus on getting the techniques correct. Then as you start to get that, you've got a good flow, then start working on your timing and it'll drop in naturally. Everybody got that? If you try to do the technique and timing and distancing, it's overwhelming and you get frustrated and you never really walk away understanding it. So take your time, get the movements down. Once you feel you have the movements and the distance, then work on the timing. But some of you, you're missing off on the distance. With Ryan here, when Ryan cuts at me, notice the distance I am here. Here, one. I come forward here. Now, come back. I'm stabbing him right here. If he doesn't move, I need to be this close. When I stab him, I really force him to move back. Okay? Now I'm in an ugly situation, so what? To keep him from cutting over the head, I bring it right up. But notice how close I am. Some of you guys are here, you're still going to get cut. And I'm not going to get much of a stab. So I want to be right here. Then I push. I got it?
804 Dre, this is a class. If 804 is your area code, we are in Richmond, Virginia, down on Cary Street, 1999 West Cary Street. This is a sword shop, RVA Katana. We have about 600 different types of swords in stock, and we will be converting the training space into retail space at maybe about 10:15.
You're not understanding what that's okay, you're doing good. Watch it.
Hey, Spider Eyes Jill. Got your order. We have that already shipped and off. Hey, Jimmy D's.
One. Don't step yet. Step when you realize you're about to get
So all of you are
stabbed.
saying this doesn't work in a street fight, whatever. I mean, we obviously, or I should say, with guns are involved. I mean, obviously. I mean, most of these people here are not training this because they think they're ever going to use it. It's just something that they think is cool. They think you're having fun. And in this day and age, what's wrong with having a little bit of fun? I'd say at least half the people here have have guns. There's at least 2 people here with military training, and they're all training in this now. So, and once again, I mean, what are the concepts involved? Even if you're not going to be using a sword, I mean, who's carrying a sword nowadays? Even if you're not carrying a sword, there are concepts involved in terms of spacing, timing, and just the concepts of keeping
So you have to
people
be
pressured.
more aware of how your opponent is moving. Once you get that, you can get the timing. As soon as Mark doesn't want to get stabbed in the face.
So this is Zek.
But Mark isn't going to step here because that doesn't work very well for him. So Mark's going to come here and drop this because he wants to cut, right? And in that process, when you stab me in the face here, in that process, I step back to bring this down. That second, you have to be right there. If you don't, Iaijutsu mutual flame. Again, one more time. So I'm here, you got this in my face, it's in my grill. I'm like, holy crap, I can't attack.
100円こん
When
ば
I
んは。
realize I can't attack, just go attacking. You stab, keep stabbing. Now, if
Tony
you
F2A,
stab,
come visit us. We are open today. We are going to convert this all into retail space for selling swords. We have about 600 different types of swords in stock. And so we have swords and rolling racks that'll come out once Scott's class is over.
All right, bow to your partner, please. Grab the Iaijutsu,
Hey,
so
Kaibo.
put it in your obi and circle up. Big circle. Anybody injured?
I'm going to step out here and get out of it.
Anybody's ego injured? Every damn one.
Getting out of the way. And now they're shifting to EI, which are, these are Iaito.
Mm-hmm. Let's give you this one here. Thumb over the tsuba. Keep the thumb over the tsuba at all times, right? Good job. And go ahead and take the
And so, like, for
Sakio.
example, he says, keep the thumb over the tsuba. It's like life lessons there.
Okay. Place your thumb over the tsuba. Left hand over. Left. Or your right hand, rather. Right hand. Yeah. So I want this to be in between these two. Once you get there, grab with your hand and pull it through. There you go. Okay, make an oval, please. Oval. Now, if you're wearing a daisho,
Joining F2A,
wearing a
it's
daisho,
$12 per
kind of
class.
important, watch
It's
here.
$12 per class.
The tsuba of the daisho, the sword guard of the daisho is right where your belly
We're at
button is,
1909
where
West
your
Carey
content,
Street.
Okay? The kashira,
And once
the
again,
butt cap of the katana
we
is
are
in
going
line
to be
with
converting
that.
to sword
It's
shop
not
once Scott's
both
class is over.
tsuba, okay? And this is in here like this. Both are in this line. Everybody see that? Basically in your center. Okay? So everything is right here where you can grab it while keeping the elbows down. Why do you have to do that? It's from wearing armor. So you're not going to be reaching and grabbing, revealing the weakness of the armor. So you're moving in a way where you're always, the armor is protecting you. Does that make sense? You have to understand the armor. It changes the why we do things a certain way. Okay? Doesn't mean other schools are wrong, but they might not wear armor. Right? Okay. So,
5 number,
bring your
yes.
feet
This
shoulder,
is
shoulder apart.
this is based in Kukishinryu.
When I give the count,
Though the teacher
okay,
also
you're
has
gonna come out to Seiga,
he has
pull the sword
some
out,
training in
just draw
Asayama,
cut to Seiga no Kama, okay?
Tenshin
Then
Asayama,
Nobo, pull
something
it
I can't
out.
remember all of a sudden.
Okay? All right. I don't want you to work on speed as much as I want you to work on just one complete form. Make sure you're using this side beat, you bring it out, pulling it, close just a hand. Okay? I do not want to see.
Tony F28, you'd have
I
to
do
talk
not
to
wanna see
Scott over there to
arms
see
coming
if he
out,
wants
okay?
pictures.
I want you to focus on this exercise here. Just your hand. Just your hand. Just that. Make sense?
Thank you, Jimmy D's.
So I'm going to say 8. Then we all,
Asayama
the next
Ichi
person
Denryu.
will say 8, we'll go around. Okay? Hands to the side. Close your hands, but don't make fists. Thumb on top. Ready?
By the way, we should be getting a new camera for the shop
Elbows in. Sag on, come on. And elbow.
in about by next week, which is to say I'm upgrading my phone and using my regular phone.
Okay? Keep your shoulders over your hips.
刀のこと刀やで。
Hey. Good time. In.
PC, join our Discord, discord.gg/rva-katana, and Scott does do Saturday afternoon classes sometimes, not as much as regular, but hopefully more frequently.
This is pig vomit. This is pig vomit. Okay, so you have to start your noto here. You better turn your elbow down or get your hand cut off, right? So here, when Mark cuts at me, I cannot let go in time. But here, when I turn my elbow down, I can let go. Everybody understand that? Don't leave your hand out there. Thanks for cutting up my hand. Who's next? So it's Jason.
8.
Pig vomit is an industry term. Right? When you draw this whole apparatus, you want to draw keeping the apparatus as level as possible. Okay, I want you to focus on keeping it
Shuriken Zone,
level.
yes, he does Shuriken Jutsu
Okay, I don't want
someday
you to
after
bring
his
it
naginata
up
class.
Or out.
It's
Keep the
going to
whole
be
thing-
super cold tomorrow, so I don't know if he's still going to be training or
Right,
not,
see that?
because he does
See
trains
how it's
outside.
just my hand. Notice the whole time, level, just my hand. And if you
So happy
noto,
for my
level,
Taco Walk is actually on the way.
try to focus on keeping it at the waist as much as
Awesome,
you
Jimmy
can.
D's. We love that sword.
8. Eight. Good. Keep that elbow down. 8. Okay, we'll do one more time, right step back. Now when you draw, the right foot's gonna come forward. However, you're not gonna put the weight forward. Just because I said put your foot forward, doesn't mean I said put your weight on it. Got it? So work on your core. So here you're gonna draw here, and I want that foot to stand. Okay, I want you to come here. Stand. Height. 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 One more time, real quick. Everybody feel safe? Height. Come down to me a little bit. I'll start. Ready? 8. Keep your weight center to the back, about 60-40. And multiple. 8.
Doing it, Brian? Probably not.
Eight. Good. That's doing great. Remember, don't put your weight forward. Keep your weight back. You should be able to do this. Pick up your knee the whole time. 8.
Great, Steve. Great, Sheridan. Cultural appropriation is what you see Quentin Tarantino do. It's the wholesale taking of a art and sort of picking and choosing what you want out of it
8.
without any appreciation for the entire culture, the context which it belongs in.
8. Right. Take a straight line, please. All right, good training. Anybody
All right.
injured? Anybody learn anything today? What's something you can take away from this experience?
like
Thanks for coming. Hope you had some fun. What's something you can take away from somebody? Yeah, learn to control your
Below
weight.
it, we're going to show off an antique sword.
Just because you have to put one leg forward doesn't mean you transfer your weight to it. That really works on your core. So this little drill really helps you develop some good coordination. Right? Anybody can just draw a sword, but to draw and not put your weight forward, or to go to move forward and then have to pull your foot back. Really, really important. A little bit of self-control. Anyone else? Second half of Tatsumaki. It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. So you see with Tatsumaki, tornado.
So David Washington, if you're still on, it's Tatsumaki
And then you
is the name of the waza.
And then you rotate. And as you keep going, it gets worse and worse and worse for your opponent, right? Which is what happens with the tornado, right? They build, they get stronger as they move forward. That's important. You got to keep moving forward. A tornado that doesn't move isn't doing much damage. It's still nasty, but it's not doing damage. That's why you have to keep moving. Tatsumaki. Tatsu is dragon. Maki is like circle. So that's how the Japanese come up with the term Tatsumaki.
Scott, you want to?
Oh, we got something here.
It's not new, but just cool because I want to do a video on it today.
You can be home till what o'clock?
All right, so we're going to show this off.
Everybody comes around seeing this? Oh,
It's a naginata. Not a no naoshi to it.
ooh. This is an actual naginata blade.
That was mounted as a waza.
Mounted as a waza. Why was this mounted this way? Because after that 150 years of Civil War, there were a lot of these awesomely forged blades not being used anymore. And so, as raw materials were scarce, why not repurpose existing? So it's kind of an interesting lesson there to repurpose instead of think, always new. This is beautiful. I'll go ahead and pass it on.
Don't breathe on it, please.
Don't talk over it. Turn your head. This is pretty.
Yeah.
You just get this?
Oh no, we've had it for a while. That's what the new cutter that we cut with on Monday. That's what this one's based on.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because the curvature
Yeah.
feels the same.
Yeah.
What is this new style?
No. Or for the sword, yeah.
I like that they added that.
I think that's because they have it in the bohi as well.
Isn't that nice? How old is that one?
About 350 years old.
It's only 350 years old, so you know, whatever.
So don't breathe.
When we have some 700-year-old swords in here, then 350 isn't as impressive.
It doesn't seem impressive, but 350 years old is a long, pretty old.
Was that not gonna go down, or is that like how not long ago?
So the nakago, the tang, would obviously be probably about 8 to 9 inches longer. So they would cut it down, called suriage. Would cut that down and then fashion a new nakago and remount it.
It might have been a longer blade at one time. It's hard to tell.
Now the naginata that we use in our ruha was 84 inches tall, so 225 centimeters. We had a 50 centimeter blade, and our blade was sharp on the back edge. So our blade was sharp on the back edge, and we would wrap the top of our naginata with wires, because what was happening is our naginata kept getting cut off. Right? So we had a tsuba on there, but warriors would break the naginata. So you would wrap the top with wire, so that you had some sort of durability against the direct attack to the shaft of the naginata. So the naginata we use in our ruha is a little different. It's really long. Some ruha call it an old naginata or large naginata. Katori Shinto uses one that's 250 centimeters, 100 inches. Yeah, if you see my trainer, that's a Katori Shinto ryu. That thing's long. Yeah.
Did you see that last everything
Yeah, so this is a naginata refashioned into a wakizashi. Yeah.
Is the red paint a later addition?
So the red paint was added because red in most Asian cultures, red wards off evil, and there's some religious. Many of the naginata users were Buddhist monks, and you start to see an influence of that into the culture. So the bohi, oftentimes they'll paint the bohi red. It has some philosophical, spiritual significance.
But sometimes too, what happens is that as a sword, when a sword is brand new, it looks pristine. But as it gets older and older, they polish it more and more. You see more and more flaws in it. And so sometimes, especially since the bohi goes really deep, there you see more flaws in it, and they'll cover the flaws with lacquer. So that's the other time when you see that. Sometimes it's purely because there's flaws in it. It's usually not a structural flaw.
What is the notch?
So this is for kogatana, which is a small little utility knife that would be fashioned. That's the way a naginata is shaped.
Never enough.
Yeah.
Never enough weapons.
Remember, this is a long pole
Just
arm.
hide them
This is a
everywhere.
blade at the
Oh,
end
sure,
of the long
and here
pole.
you go. Yeah.
We basically cut with a modern reproduction of this. We had a reproduction made to copy this, and we very much.
You're welcome. All right, guys, we're gonna open the shop. So
I'm away.
Leave it in there and
All right, we are going to open the shop, and so watch how we transform this training space into a school. So we're going to go and pull things out. This one goes here. I'm actually going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to.
Iaijutsu back down. That's the one I'm gonna stick. The other one's for spears.
So as you see, all the swords are on racks. And so we have a specific order. We put all the Chinese swords against the mirror.
And that giant guy with the huge nose.
So this is Chinese Dao and Chinese Tian. And then,
Whenever he talks about
hey Mark, and
I always think of that person.
here are the higher end ones. You go ahead and start setting up. I'm going to try to record. We've never actually recorded of us putting swords, setting the shop up. So showing how it transforms from training space. So here's Mark now in civilian gear. And Mark, can you go ahead and get this from here? So we form an outer perimeter and then the inner layers as well, the inner rows, with different sort of themes on them here. So this is our budget swords, or actually our colored swords, colored blades, budget swords. He just pulled out the cloud hammer racks on the other side of cloud hammer racks. These are our budget swords, starting at about $70. And then on the other side, our 65 mm, basically sort of low-end practitioner grade sword, cloud hammer swords over here. Mark is putting, this is some of our higher end swords are all on the back. And once again, this is my way of getting out of helping set it up.
Death Plum yet? It should be Death Plum.
Pink Death.
Pink Death.
Pink Death. And down, what happens is down the center line we have practitioner grade sword. What we mean by practitioner grade swords is that the wrap is very, very firm, generally good fittings, not a whole lot of rattle in it. So every section sort of has a theme to it. Back end is longer swords, European swords. Just an extra stock, like up there we have definitely some longer things.
Okay.
Here we are coming into Tachi on the one side and wooden swords on the other.
Welcome to
We're
Tachi Town.
welcome to Tachi Town. Eventually this will be on the back end. We're going to move this to the back. We are going to deploy 3 more racks in the near future once we get our next shipment in. We're going to have no workspace in the back anymore. We're going to have no workspace. Well, we're going to lose about 3 feet of workspace. Yeah. 3 feet of length, which I guess comes to about 100 square feet of lost.
About like my arm span, right?
Is your arm span really 3 feet? Are you a T-Rex? Are you a mini T-Rex? Yes, we are shipping this sword. Can you show it off really quickly? This is the Bruce Lee dedicated sword. It has Bruce there.
Yeah, it's sold, man.
It sold yesterday, so we're excited. We'll have to get some more. So now, in just 5 minutes, we have transformed the training space into sword shop. So a lot of the swords were kept in here on rolling racks. Here's our antique sword collection. Daggers over here. Tanto over here. Wakizashi over here. There's a lot of cool things, a lot of cool swords.
A lot, yeah.
All right. Viking Lady, Sword Envy. Yeah, we have Viking swords too. Check out this one here. Several Viking and Norman swords. And there's the K-Wood Viking sword. Yeah, one Norman. Well, I was just saying several swords. Does Scott have more videos on his sword school? We post videos up here sometimes, and if you go to his, what is this? This is YouTube. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Scottoichi.
Scottoichi.
But on Discord, there's a lot of content on Discord.
And on Discord, there's a lot of content as well. Can you go back?
A bunch of stuff about to go up.
Do you have 65mm Wakizashi for under 200? Yes, John Patigo. We look at the flex Wakizashi. Actually, most of our 65mm Wakizashi are under 200. Actually, all of them are. This is like Taco Bell to me because it's not real Mexican food. Okay, whatever.
Whatever. Eat a dick. Nobody cares what your opinion is. Shag off.
Yeah. I mean, this makes us go to the toilet all the
Now I want
time.
to go to Taco Bell. Thanks.
Theon Frisch, your shop is the coolest. You're truly an inspiration as an entrepreneur. Thank you, Theron. I don't consider myself to be an entrepreneur. This is more fun. If I took this as a real job, I would hate it.
Oh, you Chinese American hustler, you.
Hustle. Yeah, you know me. I'm so impressed with you guys. Sword collections. Very impressed indeed. Keep it
John
forward.
Kong,
Thanks.
Blade Slinger.
Sword Slinger. Anything you guys want to see? This is our anime section over here.
Upcoming episode of John Kong.
I want to see the golden scabbard sword. I'm not sure, Aurora, which one you were looking at.
Is that the Glimmer Dragon?
I think they said it was in a small room, a golden scabbard. Was it a katana or was it a wakizashi? I remember we were in this room when you said it. Were you talking about that wakizashi up there? Or sorry, tanto? That's one of our most expensive ones. We have some other tanto in here as well. Special needs biblical Christian wrapper. We do have Christian swords. Naginata, we don't. We actually. Panzerichi, how do you sign up for Scott's class? If you're in Richmond, Virginia, just come. Below red. I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything. Golden scabbard. So this is one of the golden scabbards I see, and then another one over here. A couple of golden scabbards. Golden scabbard there. I'm not sure which one you were referring to. On your right. Let's see. One of these? Samurai Chi from like a million years ago. Yeah, samurai were from a million years ago. Right wall. You talking about these guys over here? By the way, we are having our Black Friday sale. Our coupon is still 10% off. It's 10% off. It's supposed to be 8% off today, but 7.5% rather. But we haven't adjusted it yet. So you still have about an hour before we switch over to an 8% Black Friday.
The warmer in here?
Nagamaki hanging on the door. There's no Nagamaki hanging on the door with Dave Washington. There is that Nagamaki. This is an antique Nagamaki up there. near the white swords. Near the white swords. I'm really trying to find this one here. This one's on sale right now. This is on our Black Friday sale, so this one's 10% off. This is actually pretty cool. I think this is called the Gold Kaleidoscope. It has that really cool looking tuba. And then here, this is sort of this is folded steel, clay tempered. So this is the way a sword was made back in the day, though it is made with modern day steel. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see the textures in the steel or not, but this is called the Gold Kaleidoscope. I think it is $250, and then with Black Friday sale, it's $25 off. So visit our website rva-katana.com, and it could be yours. The other door by the Claymore. Oh. Yeah, that's a Nagamaki right there. That one is we only have one, and it's fallen over many, many times. People have kicked it over, so it's pretty beat up. It's pretty much not. And also, it's pretty hard to ship because it's so big. I'm in love with that sword. Can I marry it? You know, I don't know what the laws in your state are, but maybe. Yeah, that's an interesting. They have what's called a hadori polish. So it's a type of polish you'll see on some traditional Japanese swords, where the middle section, the hiraji, which is that midsection. Let me just show you really quickly what the hiraji is. So this is the lone wolf and cub sword, and so this area here is called the hiraji, and so this part is the hamon. And you can see this one. This is like a more cosmetic polish, so you can see that the edge is whitened versus the other one. It was whitened in the middle, and so you sometimes see that. It's much easier to whiten the middle than it is the hamon. Do you prefer wakizashi with bohi or no bohi? I prefer them. Anything I'm cutting with, I prefer to have no bohi. Let's see. What sword oil do you recommend? Choji oil. Yes, choji is great stuff. How much percent off? Right now, I don't know if you're asking about our Black Friday sale, but it is 10% off select items. We have about 160 swords that are on sale for 10%, including a few antiques. Can you show off the twin broadswords? Do you mean like the Saka swords? I'll show them right here.
Nobody fences with sharks. Nobody does that.
So these are cool. A lot of these you see tend to be very wobbly, but these have some rigidity to them. They are made of Damascus, and I can never get them back into the scabbard by myself. So, but we are able to do this. We always do this number. So these are the Saka swords. I think these are on our Black Friday sale too. But once again, go to our website, rva-katana.com, and look up our Black Friday page, and you can see some of our things. Technically, it should be 7% off today, 7.5% off, but actually it's still 10% off because I haven't adjusted the coupon. All right. Do you all serve beer? We should, right? Beer and swords are a really good combination. Anime swords. We do have anime swords. Do you have Southeast Asian swords? No. Go down to the other door. Which door are we looking at? Anime swords over here. So we have Demon Slayer, One Piece, all kinds of things. We have guests in the shop, so I'm not going to video them. Let's see. What else can we show you guys? Once again, visit our website, rva-katana.com. And go to our Black Friday sale. We haven't adjusted the coupon code yet, so it's still 10% off today, even though it should be 7.5%. Can you show the green shiny sword on the left? Turn around. Oro, David, I am so sorry. You didn't say sensei. Sensei, may I?
Here's
Here's a green sword. This is the Cloudhammer SX105E. Green bamboo, which Scott almost lost a finger. Luckily, he actually did what you should do, which is to just jump away. Yeah, let away, jump away. You know, unless it's an antique sword, the cost of surgery is going to be more than replacing the sword.
Taikyu from Dragon King.
Taikyu from Dragon King, very cool sword. Okay, David Washington, I'm turning around. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at? The Nagamaki hanging on the door. Oh, this is from Ryan's Sword. We don't actually have a price yet, but Ryan's Sword sent us a bunch of sample swords, and so this one you can see it has a short haft. We're not exactly sure what is going on with this. You know what it is?
Full tank. This can be mounted.
Scott basically, or not Scott, Mark wanted this sword in the shop for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Mark is like smiling. He's grinning ear to ear when I said that. But yeah, it's a mini naginata.
$10.95. They did a great job.
Yeah, it's a nice one, and clay tempered. The green one, how much? Which green one? We have lots of green ones. The most expensive ones we have is actually a green one. Does anyone buy any? Yes. We actually sold over 60 swords yesterday for Black Friday. We sold like 12 in shop, which is a lot for in shop, and then another 50 plus online. So we really had a big one.
It was insane all night.
Do you guys shim your saya to make them tighter? Do you inspect Cloudhammer? I did that with. Do you guys shim your sayas? Oh wait, let's see.
We do shim.
We can shim. We don't usually shim.
We
Well,
make sure they're tight before they leave.
yeah, they're usually tight when they leave. But what you deal with is environmental factors. So if you live far away from Virginia, if there's a lot of humidity or a lot of heat, sometimes the saya will shrink and make it tighter. Sometimes it'll expand and make it looser, and that's just the nature of wood. So there is a trick, by the way, for those of you who have a rattle in your saya and don't like that. You can actually put a sliver of pool needle in it. We did that yesterday with a few swords.
That just came in yesterday.
Yeah, this is the new one.
Yeah.
That looks like the cursed naginata from Sekiro. I don't know.
This is leather.
Yeah, moisture is a
It's
big
like the one we
factor.
got Venus, but
The bottom pink one, how much?
it
The
feels
bottom pink one.
They are every single sword in here.
This one? These are in the 250 range. These are Moritaka Vortex. These are also on sale, by the way. Yeah, these are also on sale. We might change the saya for these because the saya didn't turn out the way I intended them when I ordered. Moritaka is not the most compliant when making orders. Can you show this one back here? This is what it was supposed to look like. It was supposed to be this really kind of lilac color, but it ended up being that really hot pink. So we're probably going to change the saya on those. I only shim the koiguchi to make the saya not fall off. I like a bit of retention. Yeah, it's always safer that way. Yeah, you should have that. You got any katana for salad? I mean, any weapon can be used for your salad if you want to. Let's see. Yamato. We do have the Yamato sword. It's a little bit crowded over here, so I don't want to crash in on people. But you can see there is part of the Yamato sword right there. And we have two versions of it: a long version and a short. Actually, we have more than long. Are you guys located in Tokyo? No. There are many sword shops, antique sword shops in Tokyo. Let's see. Do you have Inosuke's sword? We do. Hi. Happy Thanksgiving. Here is Inosuke's sword. For those of you who like to wear boar's head on your head.
Big hand, big.
Fuller Boy, this is in Richmond, Virginia. Black and gold ones, we do. I'm 5 foot 5 inches. What size blade would you recommend? A standard 27.5 inch blade is fine. I'm being told to go back. I feel like
Someone said black and gold.
black and gold. There we are.
Pittsburgh Steelers colors.
Heck yeah. Beat the Bengals. Are they actually reliable? Yes, they are all full tang and sharp. Some of them are better than others. Once again, visit our website, rva-katana.com, and we are having Black Friday sales right now.
For the Irish longsword and dagger, can you take 25 off for the pair?
If you get a pair, yeah.
Yeah.
If you get both, we can take 25 off. Let's see. Any shop you would recommend in Tokyo? I'm on holiday. I'm looking to get one. Aoi
Aoi is really good.
Aoi has a big selection. Inosuke is 150.
Sakuraya on Machida. Sakuraya. Sakura YA.
A lot of unsheathing seems to make the saya loose quick. You guys do a lot of showing blades. I'm sure some have more quality wood than others. You know, most of the saya are coming from the same two or three factories. And so they're pretty much using the same wood. The ones that we actually floor models, obviously we take out of the scabbards more often. There's more likely to be dings, but there we have a lot of box ones as well.
In a box, or is it just
Yes.
I think, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, and dagger? I know we have the dagger. I don't know. I don't think we have the long sword in the box.
I just put out yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. Show me the expensive umbrella. Lauren? Lauren, I know I saw you the other day at your workplace, but here's the expensive umbrella right over here. I'm going to set this down facing the antique case. I'm going to come in front of it. This is the umbrella, and this is actually a real umbrella. I'm not going to open it because it's a pain in the butt, but it has a screw-off blade to it, too. So I think that's pretty cool. This is a Damascus blade. What can I put this against? I'm going to try to see. There is flex to this blade. It's rigid, but it does have...
Did you swing that thing?
I
Just listen to this thing.
out of the way. Oh wow!
That thing sounds like wicked.
This is more of a stabber. These
Yeah.
usually like little stick swords with stuff are more appropriate.
Don't take
for
this to the
stabbing.
airport or a court building.
You will end up in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
One-way trip to Gitmo. What else can we show you?
Lots
Scott
of
has
stuff
taken
here.
over. Scott has taken over as the
New Jersey at the wheel.
New Jersey at the wheel.
Look out. What's your favorite Tonto in here? You always ask us, but what's one of your favorites?
Me?
I like this one. This was pretty.
This is a pretty cool new one we have here. This should be 100.
I'm in love with the Iaijutsu Osaraku. Yeah.
I like the one with
The
the
blue
Mount
one,
Fuji,
yeah, with the
Mount
Fuji song, yeah. They did such a good job. 1095 Osaraku Zukuri.
You can see the Hamon line there. And look at how the right in this spot here.
It
you
looks
can-
like Mount Fuji. Looks
it
like
Mount
Fuji-san.
Fuji.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
hold it that way. It looks like Fuji-san, and it's right at the what do you call it? Right at the
Where the
Yokote.
the Okote, right where the Kisaki begins. Yeah.
So this is really nicely done. These are 1060 steel.
1060? I thought they were 1095.
1060.
Oh, they're 1060.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were experimenting with the lower hardness so they could get a better Hamon and better polish.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it
Okay.
changes the polish.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. They're still beautiful. I love them.
Oh yeah, they're gorgeous.
That ray skin on there is really nice. Yeah,
Really
they did a good
nicely
job.
done. It is what do you call it?
The emperor nodes are there. Very
Empress-
prominent. Yeah.
They're called emperor nodes, but apparently they only come from the female. They should be called empress nodes.
Empress node. They should be, right?
I feel like I'm rubbing something inappropriate.
Get your thumb off the node.
Get your thumb off the empress nodes. Yes, we are very inappropriate in here. Black and gold sword here. This is the kaleidoscope, the gold kaleidoscope. It is on sale. All of these folded steel swords are on sale. This is some of our original stock, and yeah. Oh. So we are now out of stock of the Irish longsword. Thank you. Enjoy. Bye bye. Woo! Irish longswords.
And we're not even open yet.
And we're not even open yet. Well, I figure we should be, everything set up because we have there are a lot of people who are visiting Richmond, visiting it for the weekend. So I figure we're going to be really busy. We sold one of these last. We
have the one.
No, we have one more.
Oh, we have another long one.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna run the Mugai and then I'll get back.
Have fun. Why'd you bother to change? You just stay in your. So for those of you who like Game of Thrones, this is our version of Long Claw. We can't legally call it the Long Claw, so we call it the Wolf Longsword. It's really beautiful Damascus blade.
It's the long howl.
Yeah, it is. It is not. It's not made of Valyrian steel, sadly. Longest blade in shop is probably those claymores there. I can say that Mark is out of here. Oldest sword we have 3 swords between 600 and 700 years old. Any obsidian-themed color swords. We have a lot of black ones. All right, sorry I'm missing all the comments on TikTok. Let's see. So oldest ones, these 3 in here, these 3 katana, not the wakizashi. These 3 are between 600 and 700 years old. Let's see. Any tactical stuff? Tactical.
Yeah, well, we have these. This is the new version of the tack whack that came in.
The tack whack. We have this with both black and red wrap.
They went with like a wood scabbard on this iteration with a nice suede leather wrap. That's really nice.
Black and purple mix. I don't know. I have to think about that. Any unique steel? What's your definition of unique? I mean, here's the thing: is the more unique something gets, the less people are able to heat treat them.
This is the
wakasheti.
Is it a wakizashi or machete? Yes. It's both.
Yeah, we have a nagwhack, a tack-whack, and a wakasheti. These are all the nicknames we give these
Have you
guys.
seen this thing? Yeah, I have not. Can you just hold it? Whoa. And why are you smiling?
How many that 600-year-old sword has cut? Swords were not frequently used. They were the secondary backup weapon. And so you don't see many swords being used. Uzui school sword right there. So yeah, by the way, visit our website, rva-katana.com. And we still are on our Black Friday sale. Coupon is at 10%. It's supposed to be 7.5%, but we haven't changed it yet. So hurry up and get in. I'm not sure when we're going to change it over, but it is currently still 10% off certain, like about 160 different types of swords in stock. The address, rva-katana.com. If you're in Richmond, Virginia, we're at 1909 West Carey Street. So, see ya.
We're good for Venus's katana.
Yes.
Ready before Christmas.
Should be.
I hope so. I can't guarantee that.
Sausage fingers are crossed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the katana will come, but not the wakizashi. I'm not as sure if they're able to get that in time.
Oh, well, I thought they couldn't make the wakizashi.
Well, we have a wakizashi coming with an extra stab. We're going to try to make
Oh, I thought we were gonna. Okay.
You won the wakizashi, right?
I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
And an extra one of the stabs.
So what?
So then we'll make down to Scott.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, from the S5 push, like $80 of leftover.
Okay. All right. Okay, just keep reminding me, otherwise I won't remember.
I will do. I will. Oh, did you finish or
Say what?
sorry, Thursday?
So what?
Thursday.
What about Thursday?
Did you enjoy it? Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, yeah. Thursdays are great. I'm like, what are you asking? I'm so confused.
Have a good one.
Do you stock many daisho? We don't have a lot of daisho, but we do have daisho. Do the Viking carry sword or spear? Yes. Let's see.
Not that Scott. You coming tomorrow?
See you then.
All black nagwhack legendary. We are out of it.
Out of Black Knight.
Yeah, Celtic Knight. Celtic Knight, you got one. Tim Seaton in the house got him for
Hey,
us.
Tim.
Thank you, Jill, for posting our Discord. Are you going to teach tonight? Teach at 1 o'clock?
Yes.
So, yeah, join our Discord, discord.gg/RVA Katana. And Scott will be doing an online class most likely. It also depends on how busy. If we're crazy busy, which is possible because it is, Black Friday weekend and people are visiting from out of town.
Do my best.
We will do our best. The cultural appropriation is wicked. Oh, another one of them.
What's cultural appropriation?
To me, the definition of cultural appropriation is to take any type of foreign culture and basically
Make it your own.
not make it your
Cultural appreciation, if done correctly.
Yes, if done where you respect the culture and don't sort of to look at it wholesale and understand the context which it came in, versus just taking a little piece out and just sort of making it, influencing it. Or I shouldn't say influencing it, but picking and choosing what you want out of it instead of taking it wholesale. To me, that's
Is
cultural
a Japanese
appropriation.
person wearing a Western wedding dress? Is that cultural appropriation?
Totally.
How about a Chinese person dyeing their hair pink, blonde? Is that a cultural appropriation?
My daughter
Don't
did
be
that.
a jerk off.
Officer sword. We do have a handful of antique officer swords.
And we have this awesome shashka.
Why can't you answer? What are we supposed to answer, Nick? Oh, umbrella. How much? So we have an umbrella for $450, a functional umbrella sword, and then we have umbrellas, actual functional umbrellas with sword handles for $25, unless you get the those guys, which are the Demon Slayer ones for $35. Open the red one.
Open the red one.
This one right here, the Shikomizue right there. This is based on Zatoichi. I like your sensei. I don't. He's a jerk.
He's a jerk from New Jersey, and he's bald. And he's an asshole.
But he's holding a sword, so I'm not going to say anything negative right now. Yes, we ship all over the United States. Go visit our website, rva-katana.com. No scimitar.
One more scimitar. We love them.
We don't, because that talking about cultural appropriation. Scimitar is a term that the British use for any type of curved sword from anywhere in the Middle East. And there's actually a whole lot of different types of swords that fit that.
Scimitar moniker,
Yeah. Yeah, swords are cool.
You guys like Samurai Jack?
Scott likes to talk about how you can learn a lot about a culture from their swords.
Yeah, we say all swords matter because all cultures matter. All cultures have a sword in them. And as the world's getting smaller, the more we learn about each other, we honestly think bigotry and prejudice fall aside. And if a sword gets you to learn about another culture, what's wrong with that? Every culture has a sword. Drill down deep enough. Not just Asia and Europe, but Africa and the Americas. There's swords and there's culture. We have more in common than different. So we love how all cultures have a sword. And we truly are passionate about swords from all cultures, not just Asian swords, European swords. It's just getting harder and harder to source swords from other cultures.
Can you show that the red bleach sword? Loki says his culture never had a sword. Which culture is that, Loki? Because if it's Norse, you definitely had swords.
Yeah, maybe we'll send you one and you can say, we got swords now. Renji?
That's the Renji, yep. Renji. Technology has mainly progressed with war weapons. To some degree, yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, we don't need these to make it to breakfast tomorrow, but they're still fun. They represent history and heraldry and heritage. To appreciate where we are, you have to study how we got here, and it's part of the process. Training the sword art is a lot of fun. Cutting stuff is fun. But a warrior of one weapon isn't much of a warrior at all. So you should learn how to fight, how to use knives and swords, guns, firearms, projectile weapons, stick and staff weapons. That's a well-rounded warrior.
I'm Aboriginal, as in from Australia? Yeah. This is why I don't say every culture has a sword.
Okay,
Because
so there's the one.
many cultures have a sword. Let's say that. How about that?
They could go steal a sword from a bogan, and now they have a sword.
Good morning from Brazil. Hello, hello.
Look at how thick this thing is. This thing is a beast.
No, I think there is definitely such a thing as cultural appropriation, but
When done incorrectly. Like my wife is Japanese and she loves putting kimonos on Americans, but when they do it incorrectly, she considers it cultural appropriation. When they
Or-
learn to do it correctly, she enjoys the fact that Americans are learning to wear her traditional dress. She loves it, but when it's done incorrectly, she gets upset.
there was a case a few years back about this teenager who went to prom she was a white teenager, went to prom in a Chinese qipao, Chinese dress. And to us, that's totally fine. I mean, we love that stuff. But then she went and did the slanty eye thing, and that becomes cultural appropriation.
That's disrespectful.
Is Richmond's your only location? Yes. If you live in Virginia, come visit us. I mean, yeah.
We're right in Richmond, right?
There aren't a lot of sword shops around, so. My mom is asking to see the umbrella sword.
Which umbrella? The actual sword?
Yeah, let's show the actual umbrella sword. Once again, visit our website, rva-katana.com, and we are having some last Black Friday sales going through Monday. Currently, the coupon code BF should be set for 8% off, but it's currently set for 10% off, so hurry up and get it in before I get around to changing it.
This is a fully functioning umbrella.
How many swords do you need? Yes.
Yes. A fully functioning umbrella.
Fully functioning. It doesn't have one of those spring buttons, but it's still, because the scabbard doesn't allow for that. Yeah. My uncle stopped a home intruder with a katana. Wow.
That's awesome.
Katana have to be the coolest swords. It's full package, including fittings and scabbard. Yeah, I like katana. Obviously they're not historically the toughest swords in the world, but there's definitely a lot of history to them. Hello, Sifu Tenzako. Have you ever heard of the sex that? Yeah, we don't have one in stock. Is the intruder still in one piece? Is that like an anime reference, Shuriken
I see
Zone?
what you did there.
I see what you did there. Yeah, how many swords do you need? Yes. You can never have enough. Now, tell it to my wife and she might disagree.
I told my wife she can't have any more kimono, and she's like, "We'll keep the sword purchases under $1,000."
Is that per sword or in total?
Tornaga sword from the new Shogun.
Yeah, if you like Shogun.
Season 2 and 3 are in the works. We hear.
So this is a copy that's based off of when Toranaga.
Hamon in there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Choji Hamon. Toranaga uses several swords in the show. One to behead Yabashige. It's the one he's usually, it's a tachi that he wears on horseback, but he also has a katana that he wears in court, which is pretty cool. Was Damascus steel good for swords? For what it was at the time, yes, it was amazing. Which one holds the edge best? The ones that we have are probably SX105E. Let's see. The sword wasn't super sharp. What is appropriate length for a wakizashi tsuba? Modern production wakizashi tsuba ska. Oh, you mean ska or tsuba, Alexander Spillane?
26 centimeters, 26 to 28 centimeters was common.
He's asking for a wakizashi.
Well, for wakizashi, depends on your school, your ruha. So certain schools, certain individuals prefer a short one. I know Mark likes one that's like 5 inches. I prefer, in our ruha, we use one that's 8 inches. So different schools use different lengths.
Any Motahara swords in the shop? Not for sale, but Scott has a Motahara and I have a Daisho Motahara. I don't know if they're physically present right now.
No, I didn't bring one with the heart today.
Here is Shikomi Zue right there. They're not on sale, but they are for sale. 175 or 200. Do you guys have a Tonto that was real to perform that? We have some styles that do that, but that's not what they were primarily used for. Are these from Japan? No. We do have some. Our ones from Japan are in here. They are a very small proportion of the entire sword stock that we have. Would you classify katana as high-end, and can you show us an example? What would classify as a katana as high-end? For a modern-day sword, I would say there's a first range like under $200, then there's about 200 to 500, then there's 500 to 1,000, and then you have things like in the 2 to 3,000 range, which are super high. So here, this is one that's about under 2,000, but close, it's like 1650 or something like that.
1850.
1850, my bad. But it has, check out the tsuba. It has brass with highlights. This one is made of tamahagane, which is traditional Japanese steel. And so
This is tamahagane.
that's actual real tamahagane. Cloudhammer uses real tamahagane. And so this is one, it has natural Japanese silk on both the sageo and the tsuba, or ska. And so that's one of the things that increases the value. Oldest one we have is 500. We have 3 that are between 600 and 7 years old. Who makes the strongest sword? Production, probably Cloudhammer with S5 shock steel. I'm a tall guy. I was told the rule of thumb should be hang the sword by your side, tip down. The tip shouldn't touch the ground, but be within 2 inches of the ground. Let's see. Average weight of a sword is about 2.5 pounds. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. rva-katana.com. The old swords are in a case, but I can show you them from a distance. Yes, we do have swords from the Edo period. So these three here, these three longer ones, those are between 600 and 700 years old. When we say that, we're not talking about the protective scabbards. Those are called shirasaya, and they are meant to protect the sword. The fittings, they actually go into the fittings above them, but those fittings are also Edo period. So it's very, very hard to find actual fittings that are over 150, 200 years old because Japan is not friendly to wood. Cheapest sword we have is $75. By the way, the gold plum are $75 through this weekend. So he said to go ahead and just sell them inexpensively
Did you hear that, Ryan? Gold plum 75 through the weekend.
through the weekend, through Monday, Cyber Monday.
All right. Then it goes back to 100.
Cool dude, yes. Cool dudes. No, we're definitely not cool.
Old dudes.
We're old
But
dudes.
thank
We're
you
not
for
cool.
this. Thank you for the sentiment. Hope you're having a great week.
Nick, we are located in Richmond, Virginia. So you have a tanto. We have many tanto. Any sword that is actually a walking cane. Why, yes. There are limits on legality of these things. So here is the Dragon King with the push dagger. But visit our website, rva-katana.com. We can ship any swords. Do the smaller swords on the wall have different names? They're called tanto. Tanto literally means short sword. You can be old and cool, but here's the problem is that we're old but not cool. So, most expensive katana we have here is an antique. It's a $8,500 one. It's in the bottom of this case over here. We don't take it out regularly. We just take it out to clean it like once every couple months. If you came into it, yeah. The cane is what you were looking for. Yeah, we have canes starting at about $325. I have spent hours in her shop talking to them. You should go. It's like 3 hours for me, but still make the trip once in a
Oh,
while.
awesome. Thanks for coming and visiting us.
Are you, Sifu, are you the one who, you're not the one who got the Nagamaki, right? I can't remember who you are exactly. Anything else you guys want to see while we are here before we're going to start packing up? And we'll see if we have guests coming because we figure there's a really popular restaurant right around the corner.
So a lot of our customers asked us for a walking cane that was actually practical, and there's a lot of cheap stuff on the market. If you tried to use it, you'd probably break it. So this is made from ebony wood, and the blade is actually a proper tempered steel blade. What's nice about this is you actually have to press the button to deploy it, so it doesn't unscrew or don't attack me. I got to unscrew my sword, or somebody can take it from you and pull it out. So you have to know to press the button. So we've sold a lot of these actual customers that use them, and they love it for that purpose. But it's actually a quite
Blake,
capable one.
Blake, we will check that. Scott, so the person who wanted the sword here, he responded.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry we didn't have that one, Blake.
We are very, we need to work better because sometimes we sell a sword in shop and then we can't find it on the website to take it down.
Or it sells on the website, but then we'll sell it in the store, in the shop the same day. And yeah, we apologize that happened, but we'll get you straight. We'll get you straight.
Let's see, came with your girlfriend who has the name you can't forget. Oh, Mystique. Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Oh, Sifu. What do you? I didn't realize that you were a Sifu of some sort. Can I see the Sasuke Cloudhammer? Yes, Sasuke Cloudhammer. Where is that? Oh, it's over on the backside. We're like selling lots of our one-of-a-kind Cloudhammers.
This is made from SUP 12 with ABS handle and scabbard, so really, really durable. Kind of boring looking. Ryan, can you take this?
Yeah, we cut with this and forgot to oil it, so
Ow.
yeah, it has some.
Can you
It's
work your
marked.
magic?
So now that we have Ryan in shop, we're able to like do modifications and like this is one of the swords we cut with. Did we oil down the swords that cut bamboo yesterday?
We did.
Okay. Speaking of which, show the red one with the dragon design in back. Maybe this one here. This is a tomahawk. Probably not this one. This one's green and red. She's probably talking about the because it's on the
Oh, with
scabbard.
the dragon. This
Yeah, this is a Tamahagane sword. This is one of our more
Really,
expensive
really
ones. Yeah. This one's like $800 and some dollars. One of our more expensive ones.
Really nice inlay. The Horimono is really nice on this.
Really beautiful Horimono. Very beautiful steel.
And the best hamon is sugaha hamon.
From where you pick the sword to oil. Okay, so she's talking about a dragon sword over here. A red dragon sword. I don't see a red dragon one, but we do have red ones. Probably that one, maybe one of those. This is a flower version. This is actually pretty cool. This one has this one's $275. It has a Damascus blade. I can't remember the name of this one, but look up hammer Damascus and you'll find it. Let me take this. Take Scott out of the screen. Nobody wants to see his face.
No.
We're still seeing his face. He's auto-focusing on his face. Out of the frame, Peck. So, someone just there was a meme that came up. You have to get rid of like 3 '80s classic fantasy movies, and Willow wasn't. I was like, we can't get rid of Willow. But I had Conan and stuff. I'd like to learn the history of this katana and how it came to be. That's a very long story. Yeah, this is a hammer spine. European longswords, we do. We actually have quite a few. Some, including some made of S5 shock steel. So longswords over here. What is the sword in the back of the shot? I'm not sure what it is. European longswords. This is a arming sword that we just got in. SX105V from Cloudhammer. Just really beautiful scabbard.
This whole package is really nice.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. No Indian swords. We would love to get a talwar, but we do not have any. I would love to get a talwar
The chakra,
and a naga.
the chakra, the Sikhs carried that chakra. I like the Sikhs use some pretty amazing weapons too. India obviously has some amazing sword culture.
Yep. Do you carry any prison shanks? If we have to sell them, then they wouldn't be
You
a
can buy a
prison shank.
toothbrush across the street and just fast.
You have to make it. The shanks have to be homemade. Can you get the Asian sword in Conan's training scene? I can't even remember.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I can't even think of what that looks like. This is one of our. This is the Goldfred, which is one of our amazing Viking swords. Japanese authentic swords, we do have them. Yeah, you can see the Damascus there. All right, we're going to shut down, but once again, go visit our website, rva-katana.com. Visit our Black Friday sales. If you use the coupon code BF, you'll get 10% off a select set of swords. About 160 different that are on sale for 10% off. Actually, we said it would be 8% off this weekend, but I haven't changed the coupon code yet. So if you order now, it's 10% off.
Are you trying to say coupon?
Coupon, what?
Do you say acoustic guitar and cues?
How do you spell?
Coupon, bro. Coupon.
How? I have a comeback, but I am very slow right now. Because guess what? This is English.
Take it back.
This is English.
Coupon.
And English can be pronounced in many different ways. So anyway, yeah, no. I was very slow. The cane sword is $325.
You guys have a great rest of the weekend. We'll catch up with you soon.
Cane sword is $325. All right. I am shutting down TikTok to begin with, and then I'll get to YouTube in a moment. And YouTube, you're going to get shut down in a moment here, but I will still walk around for a few minutes. Here you can see Ryan hard at work at cleaning off our cutter, and I am really concerned. Like, there's probably some OSHA violation the way he's doing this, but
Mark's not here, so we're safe.
yeah. All right. And no Masamune. Anything else you guys want to see before I turn off our live stream? Thank you, Aurora Breeze. Oh yeah, join our Discord, discord.gg/RVA Katana. Tachi over here. Small sword or tanto? Some people would classify them as daggers and not swords. What are we missing up here?
We saw a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no, there's like one of the war horse. We have one of those in box.
We don't. We have war fires.
No, we have war horse. All right, see you guys later.